Hello guys, and welcome to a new Let's Play. Today we're going to start a new campaign in EU4. So I've been I've been binging quite a bit of Crusader Kings 2 with the Game of Thrones mod lately on this channel, so I think it's time to get some variety back into the game. And yeah, it's been some time now since I played any EU4, so it's definitely time to do this game again. We're of course playing with the Meiou and Taxes mod. Has that joke gotten old yet? I don't know. Not even a joke, just a meme really. Although, I guess those two are related. Anyways, yeah. This mod has gotten some nice updates, and there's also been like a right proper fuck ton of DLC and stuff. Which I did buy, because, you know, fuck me. I don't know. I don't know, I feel like I'm semi-obligated to do that because I'm a YouTuber. We won't be exploring too many of the features from those things, which is fine because most of them aren't super interesting, but there's some cool stuff like army drilling and the whole China mechanics that I haven't explored yet. So this is probably going to be a rather painful Let's Play for you guys, since I haven't really been paying too much attention to EU4, so my skills and knowledge will be even lower than they usually are. Anyways, another reason that I wanted to play some EU4 is that I've gotten some inspiration. I want to play a nation in Southeast Asia. Because this year at university I'm still studying religion, and in this semester the focus is Hinduism and Buddhism and stuff like that, so I feel like it would be kind of neat to play a Buddhist country or something like that. I've also been listening to a podcast called The History of Southeast Asia. I think that's... yeah, I think the name of the podcast is as simple as that, and honestly podcasts are just the best way to consume history in my opinion. Because who likes reading? No one likes reading, except for people who like reading, although, I don't know, I guess I will just never understand how that works. It's like football. Why do you watch football? I don't understand. Anyways, off-topic bullshit aside, in this playthrough we're going to play as the Kingdom of Hantawaddy, which is a kingdom located right here in the modern-day state of Burma, or Myanmar, as it is also known. I think Myanmar is the thing that the government anyway wants you to call it. I'm unsure what the locals actually say about it. And honestly, I don't know that much about modern day Burmese history. The podcast hasn't gotten that far yet, so that's a thing. Yeah, I chose Hantawaddy because I wanted some nation here with a decent pomp. The general rule for nations in this part of the world is that if the nation in question owns an area at the coast and with a river delta, people will live there. So if you own like this river delta place, like the Thais do in Ayutthaya, there's people living there. People live in this delta, which is today part of Vietnam, but you know, on this period the Khmers ruled it. The Vietnamese have themselves a nice little delta, which gives them some pop. Champa, on the other hand, has no delta, and so they don't get any people in their country. So I thought it would be nice to play as this country. Let's actually jump in before I keep on my rant about what exactly Hantawaddy is. Also, I'm 90... No, not, you know, I'm gonna go as far as 99% sure that I am mispronouncing the name. Because I can't read those like you know, in Wikipedia, you can see like it'll say the name, and then after that it'll write the name in this sound language. Oh god, that's not what it's called. I don't know. There's like a way you can read how to pronounce the thing, but I don't understand a lot of the letters used in that way of writing, so I couldn't tell you. But I did notice there was an S in there, so supposedly there's supposed to be an S in there, unless I misunderstood something. I don't know. I'm just gonna call it Hantawaddy or Hantawaddy, and we're going to pretend that that's fine. I mean, if you know how this country is pronounced, like if you're Burmese or Monic, or Mon, and I don't know. Yeah, also there's like a difference between Burman and Burmese and Monic and Mon, which are all people groups, but I don't know. Fuck me. I don't know, man. I don't know. But yeah, let's have a look at our nation and why I chose to play it. As we're Hantawaddy, we are in the Burmese culture group. Although from what I have understood from my podcast listening and brief Wikipedia looking at, That is a bit odd, because technically Monic culture, which is the culture of our nation, the primary culture that you can see here in this greenish color, is actually a part of the, at least linguistically, closer to the Khmer group, together with all of these other random cultures here. But I guess it's a sort of culture group of convenience, because it's like how Turkish and Greek are in the same culture group in this mod. And the fact that they've lived close to each other for so long, you know, the Burmese up here in red and the Mons or Monic peoples, I guess means that they have some similarities. Today I think the Monic peoples have been reduced quite a bit, if you will. They've been largely assimilated and pushed off their land or whatever by the Burmese, who, you know, dominate the modern state of Burma. It's a bit like how the, you know, the Vietnamese who started out in this area, or I mean they started out like in fucking China or something, but then they came down here and then they settled, and over the centuries they would, you know, conquer their way down the coast, and if not put an end to, at least marginalize people groups like the Cham and the Khmers. Honestly, the history of this whole area is actually really interesting. It's like there used to be a native people here who I forget exactly what they were called, and then the history of this area is dominated by culture groups coming from the general area that we today call China and settling in the area. And the Monics, together with the Khmers and these other peoples like Kumu, are they were one of the first waves. And I'm not entirely sure if the Vietnamese or the Burmese came second in this migration, but I know that the Thais actually came last. And there used to be like Monic kingdoms over here, but even in this time and date, those have gone away and been incorporated into the Thai kingdoms. So go listen to that podcast. It's good fun. But maybe the main reason I wanted to play this nation is, first of all, I didn't want to play Ayutthaya, because, I don't know, I feel like that's been done a million times. I felt also the Khmer would be maybe a bit too easy, because they have a lot of people in them, and they're very powerful. Then again, they start out with low pops, or I mean high pops, but low stability and stuff like that. I don't know. The one advantage that this nation of ours have, other than the fact that it does indeed have some nice pops in it, is the fact that it's located in the Irrawaddy trade node, which I think is a reference to this river. It's either the river or it's the delta. I'm not entirely sure, but the fact that this ocean tile is called Irrawaddy makes me tempted. Also, yeah, this is a weird delta. Like, this river is actually a wasteland, so there's only like certain places you can cross. I don't know, I feel like this could be interesting. But basically, trade in this general part of the world flows from China down to the Malacca Straits and then up to India via our trade node. So if we played as Thailand and conquer this place, there's no way to get trade from this place to this place. But if you play as this place and then conquer this place, there is a way to get trade over there. I mean, I know you can just move capital, but as I said, I didn't quite feel like playing Ayutthaya. And playing Khmer and moving my capital all the way over here, that seems like a bit of a stretch. I mean, I know you can just move your trade capital, but the autonomy, you know, the communication efficiency in this mod, which is such like a basic thing that I don't understand why every Paradox game has. Like, why does CK2 not have communication efficiency? Isn't that like one of the most fundamental basic things of any empires in history? I don't know, man. I'm gonna try and chill with my anti-Paradox rants. Well, not anti, but Paradox salt rants? I don't know what you want to call it. There's also a nation we can form. We cannot actually form Burma in the way that the Burmese can, because, you know, we're not Burmese. Despite having like the same flag as like a fuck ton of these people. You know, they've got this bird in different shades of colors. So I guess that's what happens when you're Burmese, except for this place, which is special, Tangu. We are not Burmese, and as a result, our bird is the other way around. Which, you know, yeah, it's got a different color, but most importantly, the chicken or whatever it is looks in a different direction, signifying the fact that we are not Burmese, we are Monic. There's a nation you can form. It's called, I have a Wikipedia article open just for this one, Suvarnabhumi, something like that. Basically, it's a nation that generally used to exist in this general area, but no one really knows exactly where it was, and so like a bunch of people groups claim that their people group were the one that had that nation, or are descended from that nation. And one of those people groups are the Monic peoples, who are still around today. They make up like 2% of Burma's population, especially in this general region, I think. But once again, do not take my rants as historical accurate information, because it's mainly it mainly comes from casually listening to podcasts and War Elephants, yes, and skimming through a Wikipedia article. So let's not pretend that that's anything fancy. So here we are. Yeah, the basic goal is, yeah, expand and shit. We want to unify our culture group. That's an obvious one. So we want to get these provinces from Ayutthaya. One special thing about this area and time in history is that we are a so-called Eastern Kingdom, or Eastern Monarchy, which is very similar to a feudal monarchy in Europe. Although in this part of the world it's called the Mandala system. I think, yeah, that's represented in this. What do I have to hover over to see that? Yeah, here it is. The Mandala system in Southeast Asia is based on local power blocks. As such, unreformed Southeast Asians can only ally their neighbors or in the same culture group. So even if an alliance with the Khmers would be excellent, we can't do it because we don't border them, and despite the Khmers technically should, or despite the fact that they technically should be in our culture group, they aren't, and as a result we can't ally them. Maybe that's why we're in a different culture group, for balance reasons, so that Ayutthaya won't be wrecked. I don't know. The Shans are not in our culture group. They're Thai, I think. Yeah, look at me with my awesome historical knowledge. We do border them though, and they do like us, so we can, for an alliance. Fuck, I had done some test games. Let's see, can I not ally? Yeah, we can ally Sukhothai, and I'm going to do that first. I know there's a way you can ally both of these, but it does require some things to go right. We want as many allies as possible. We could maybe even ally some of these peoples, but I intend to conquer them and unite the what's the culture group called? It's called Burman. Okay, no. Let's fuck. No, yeah, okay, so the culture is Burmese, but the culture group is Burman. Could have sworn it was the other way around, but I mean, I'm not. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. So yeah, one thing that is a bit annoying about our lovely little nation is that our capital is over here in this city, Hantawaddy. But right nearby it, there's an excellent place for an actual capital, because it has a Yangon estuary, which gives you extra trade power and stuff like that. So why the shit they built the capital here, I have no idea, but they did. So we might want to change that at some point. It won't make a big difference, and we already have some buildings here and a reasonably sized city. So that might be a thing we can do down the line. There's also lumber here, which is really good because it reduces construction costs by 5%. So overall, this is the place I want for my capital. Even if my nation is literally named after the city. Details. By the way, this is the nation of Pegu in normal EU4. Although I think this name is more historically accurate. Alright, so we got some setup here. Sukhothai accepted alliance. Let's see, will you also ally me? Yes. Okay, so I did it correctly. I did my test games a while ago. So we're gonna do default setup. I don't think I need to do any of these other tags in order to form the thing that I might want to form. So we're going to take a chance. We're gonna do default setup. The only reason I want to form that nation, Suvarna blah blah blah, is that they have a really cool flag. I tested it. Because our flag is, I mean, it's a fucking green, or it's a yellow chicken on a green background. That's not very interesting. They also have very good ideas, but our ideas are also pretty good. Also, there has been some updates to Meiou and Taxes since last time I played. We got this stuff now, familial system and bonus idea, which is, instead of being based on just your nation, it's directly based on your culture and, I guess, location? I forget, but it's, yeah, this idea is based on your main culture, and this is presumably just region. still though, it's pretty cool. So even if you were to, you know, culture shift or do something, like, yeah, if you were to culture shift and do something silly, these would actually change, I think. We get attrition, which is, you know, it is a thing. Diplomacy, that's, yeah, whatever. This is pretty good though. Dominate the Irrawaddy Delta. Gives us extra trade efficiency and stuff like that. We have Theravada traditions, extra stability, yearly prestige, you know, bloody brilliant. Mon unity, 1% discipline, and 5% morale of armies. It's pretty spicy. It's pretty spicy. So I quite like that. The one thing that the other nation that we can form gets though is extra legitimacy, and as you can see, we're actually losing legitimacy despite the fact that there's nothing actually wrong with our nation right now. I think I haven't actually tested it, but I mean I assume it's a similar thing to the corruption mechanic in that it's going to stabilize, because you can see the main thing that reduces our legitimacy is the fact that it just says legitimacy minus 0.5. So I assume that as our legitimacy goes down, that modifier will change and it'll reach like an equilibrium. But there are ideas and stuff we can do to bump that up a bit so that we can get more legitimacy and shit. Man, we have a lot of forts. I might want to just tear some of these down. I don't know. I mean, this one is pretty nice, but this one? Did anyone use their brain when they built this fort? Well, okay, I can see how it's useful, because this mountain range right here is impossible to walk across. And so the only way in... Yeah, no, this is actually a pretty good fort, because you have to pass through this fort if you want to go from India to here. Unless you go through this place, but, you know, who's going to do that? I don't know, maybe the Bengali are going to do that, I don't know. Oh shit, the Bengali hate me, really? Is that... Ooh, that's not good. Shit, well, this might be a short let's play. Alright, so we have extra alliance, excellent. Let's begin fabricating on Pinya, which I think is going to be our first target. Even if a war against the Ayutthayans is tempting. Do we have... yeah, it'll be fine. Yeah, there's a lot of lag, but they've actually improved it. Like, the states, they pop up quicker in this version of the game. You don't have to wait like a year like you had to do previously. So it's better in that sense, at least. Let's see, we have a trade ship. You go to trade, I guess. I mean, if you insist on existing, even if you're losing me money, but you know, we gotta have our boats and shit. Our current king is... shit. Huh. Well, I guess I didn't pay attention correctly, because it looks like our trait is actually strict, which gives us extra discipline. Ah, that's pretty useful. GreenFors, did you just restart the game to get a better trait? What? No, I'm not that petty. You fucking hell. Stop talking shit. Anyways, let's get back into the game. So, royal marriage with Sean. That sounds like a good thing. Get some extra diplomatic reputation and prestige. I could do with that, to be honest. We could also save the demonic people in Tawai, which is over here. Once again, that's just not a priority right now. Then again, can you meme lords even walk over here? Can you walk through the mountains right here, or can you not? I do not actually know. Because we can have a look at this. It's difficult, and on this side of the mountains, it's rapid. Yeah, it's faster down here than it is up here, so presumably you can't go through those mountains. But this is a vassal of Ayutthaya, so the Ayutthayans are stronger than they seem. So I think we're going to blob a bit up here in Burma before we mess around with the Ayutthayans. Let's see, so Ayutthaya actually likes me, that's interesting. Did I select the thing? No, I did not. Royal marriage. So, go, marriage time. Of course, one of the big things in this update of Meiou is that we have tribes now, which is interesting. That's also one of the reasons I wanted to play down here, because we're not a straight-out tribal nation, but we do have tribes hanging out here. Such as in this province, Cayenne. It is controlled by not the tribal estate, because it hasn't done that thing yet. Right, so for some reason we do not start out with legalism, but we can easily embrace that for no money at all. We now have extra stuff that is not super relevant right now, but you know, it makes us look better on the map mode, I guess. So that's nice. Hey, the estates have shown up. So yeah, we got tribals. I think those are the only tribals we have right now. But the general sort of rule of thumb in this part of the world is that the more into the jungles and up in the mountains you go, the more tribal stuff gets. So up here in these mountainous regions you can see the... well, I guess not on this side of the mountains, but... okay, not that many tribals over here actually, but still, these Karen people, they're tribal, so... Also up here in Shan states, shit's super tribal, yo. And not actually, like it's not a tribal state, it's still an Eastern monarchy, but it's very tribal. So it's going to be interesting to try and use those new mechanics, like using tribal troops and stuff like that. We don't get a lot of them right now, but if we get more tribal area we can get more. We can also try and improve the area by settling the tribe. So yeah, controlled by tribals. Yeah, tribal territories have huge autonomy because they're undeveloped and hard to control and stuff like that. Also, irrigation canals is new since last time I played. So let's see, examine data, population maybe? Culture conversion. Tribal percentage is 50%. Yeah, I forget what percentage you need to get it to before it stops being tribal. And I don't know where you can see how much the tribalism is reduced. And I also completely forget how exactly you do reduce tribalism. But, you know, respectable court. That's nice, I guess. Man, we make no money. Okay, we do make some money. We could do... okay, we're gaining inflation because... why exactly? Ah, centralization level. Wait, what? Reduces it by minus? Fuck me. Okay, yeah, I think it's the centralization. Everyone is embracing the thing that they really should start out with. Shan States wants marriage. Let's get that. That completes that mission. Excellent. Claim our rival's province Pagan. That's here. Yeah, that's literally the province I'm hard at work claiming right now. So we will do that. Get some, you know, prestige as well. And we'll play the waiting game. Build some troops and try not lose all our money, I guess. Let's see, we can have 6 units. And I think those initial random units that spawn as you start the game have spawned. We only got 1 of them. I mean, fucking Sukhothai has as many troops as we do. Yeah, I'm gonna have to rely on my alliance here. Hopefully the Shan states will join our fun. What? Who is asking for alliance? The fuck who are you? You got the bird, so presumably you're a local. Ah, this guy. I would, but you don't like me very much. Well, you do in fact like me, but I can't ally you because of the whole, you know, alliance reached limit memes. So no, I don't want to waste my Diplo slots or whatever. Then again, it's not like we can have a lot of alliances, but you know. Once again, I don't see what the gain would be, really. I want to conserve my royal women, I guess. Do not send them off to foreign lands to marry people that they have no business marrying. Alright, so we have a claim now. We even have a mission to conquer that own place. But Pinya is allied to Marakyu. I guess we could go have a look at how many troops they have. And I'm lazy, so I'm just going to send my transports. Of course, we can block them using this fort, which I realize is actually kind of useful right now. Really? You have to go all the way around like that? Okay, so they only have 2,000. But I'm pretty sure they can call upon their states and shit like that, so you can never trust troop numbers in this mod. But the Shan does not want to join me. And so here we stand. Having to fight all of these nations on our own, which I do not want to do. So I think we're gonna wait. How long would it take to get 10 favors from these dipshits? Every 1 year, right. So it would be another couple of years before we could wage war. I guess in the meantime we can just chill and look for opportunities. I know Pinya starts with cores on this place. So if they were to invade... yeah, they're allied with the Shan as well. So if they were to invade... hold How on earth are you allied with the Shan? Excuse me? I could have sworn that was not supposed to be possible. The Shan are Shan. You're not in the same culture group, and you do not border each other. Fucking AI cheating here! God damn it. Okay, so our heir needs to become a monk, it seems. We can choose different amounts of time he can spend as a monk, or we can not have him spend any time as a monk. Okay. Do we just keep him at court? Because there's a chance he'll lose a military point. I guess we'll take that, because I don't want to lose claim strength. Because I think that translates to legitimacy, or... fucking hell. I'm almost well, I was about to say I'm almost ashamed. I am straight up ashamed of how little I actually know about this game, despite having played it so much. Again, this is a Meiou and Taxes event I've never seen before. And it doesn't say exactly how you know, it doesn't say the exact claim strength of an heir. It just says like strong, medium, or weak. So, I don't know. Keep him from the bare minimum. He did not lose his military skills. Excellent. Let's keep up the waiting game. Okay, so we have some interesting options here. So I noticed that we can actually never call the Shan states into a war against Pinya. Because they like them too much. However, we are actually strong enough to establish tributaries. So we could make Mraku into a tributary. I barely actually understand how that even works, but I assume a tributary of another nation cannot in fact attack that nation. I actually don't know. Let's go see. Let's go see if yeah, so you're tributary now. That is nice. Will you now... he will no longer join. That's bloody excellent. Well, it's set... Well, okay, so that... It's... I don't know, let's give it a month to see if the game can figure out what's going on here. Here we are. Yeah, cannot do the thing. Invade. So it says that they have... more positive than negative, but it still says they will not join. They're allied with that, okay. We can also, well, I could anyways, make this guy a tributary. I don't know if I can do that still. No, I can, no, I can actually. Interesting. I mean, if he's not going to actually help me out, I guess I don't see much of a problem in making him a tributary. It's just going to give us money and shit, right? And all of this land is tribal and shit. It's still not awful, but it's still tribal. So that inherently makes it kind of shit. So sure, let's make you a tributary as well. I don't know if this is a mistake or not, but let's get tribute. Truce with him, okay. Yeah, because our alliance stopped. Okay, yeah, that's fine. So presumably that does cancel this alliance. We can still not get any help, but that shouldn't necessarily stop us. I have been waiting a bit, building up some garrison over here. I don't know, I think we're just going to want to go for a war here. We need to get some stuff going. So let's get our morale up. And yeah. Alright, our morale is up. We got ourselves a leader. Let's take the boat and have it head home. In case these guys actually join the war. I've funded the fort, so we have some basic garrison hanging out here now. Wait, what? Okay, so this garrison takes forever to recover. I guess this one just doesn't? Okay. That's, you know, fucking hell, I'm not gonna complain about that. Yeah, so fuck it, let's just go to war and see if we can blitz these guys. So take Pagan. They rule over their vassals, that's fine. Because we will march immediately into their faces. I think I'll call my tribal estate in. Offensive war support. Get some of the... what happened to their troops? I could have sworn they had 3 regiments previously. Yeah, total host, 3. Bruh, where's my host? I guess you can only call a certain percentage. Partially... what the hell? Get some tribes. Get these Karen meme lords to join my fun. Let's see, you have the same amount of troops that... Oh, never mind, you barely have any troops, actually. Man, we need to rush in here before they call up their reinforcements, because if I could avoid using my... Oh, they did? Oh, shit. That's bad. So, yeah, tributaries do not stop them from invading you. Now we all know. Hopefully this fort, though, will prevent that. Let's see... We can encourage it or restrict it. I'm tempted to do a bit of restriction, because I don't really want to loot too much here. Let's restrict it a bit, because that means we have some serious discipline advantages here. Pause the fucking game, please. No, no transports. Wait, can the boats sail up the river? No, 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 they cannot. Well, what on earth are you on about with this whole transport shit then? So you're going to Pagan, okay. Well, we'll see if we can follow you. Okay, it says we can attack someone here, I don't know who that is. I guess this unit? I mean, if I can kill it, that is just fine. Come on, catch it. Yes, excellent. Yes, they're going up here. Are you giving access? Conquest, same the Bengali meme lords. Where does it say that? Relations. There's nothing here about the... Yeah, there's nothing here about them having access through Bengal. So I don't think these guys can go anywhere. Guess we can risk like a transport to go spy on them. So you guys go hang out there. I'll see my tribe. Dude, you join my fun. Please. Please join my war. Do we go... Yeah, let's go straight to Pagan, see if we can catch this unit at least. There's a fort here, so we can't advance, but... if I can catch some of these laddies, that would be excellent. Guess we can do with some more speed. Yes, we can. Oh, man. Oh, excellent. So these guys will get to stay there. But that's fine. Okay, actually, you... Leader trait gained. Hey, land fire and shock damage. Excellent. Excellent. You go up there and see if there's an army up in Ava. I think would be good for you to do. We could get rid of this fort, but I don't know if that would like trigger the AI autism and make them do something silly. Ooh, barely any defenders. Excellent. Oh man. Oh man. Feels good, man. Oh shit. No, they do indeed have a boat. Is it a good bit of boats though? No, it's just 2 transports actually. Well, retreat for now. They might also have a trade fleet actually, but it might be on mission. Run away. Please run away. Do not fight anymore. Alright, so we're going to annihilate the Pinya army here. Hopefully, we're memeing with them in the mountains, which is bad, but you know, they don't have a lot of ability to defend themselves, I guess. We're also just sieging about here with this random tribal dude. I guess we can leave these laddies here while the rest go siege the capital. But you also need to take these vassals, because I need to... I think I just want to straight up panic. Oh shit, they're building units. You go home again then, and we go deal with this. Alright, so we have a bit of an unoptimal peace treaty here. I just fucked around taking over the provinces, as you can see. They built an army, but they just sat in this province for some reason. And then they joined up with the Arakanese army. Is that what they're called? No, they're called that thing, but they are Arakanese, aren't they? Yeah, they are. So I'm just going to call them the Arakanese army, because the fuck's this name supposed to be? Maraku? Whose idea was that? I don't know. I just took their capital and all their vassals, so we're just going to peace out now without having to fight this army, because I don't see why I would want to fight said army. I'm going to cancel these 2 vassals so that I can more easily conquer them later. I think I'll be better off fabricating claims on them and then conquering them rather than taking them directly, because when I try to do that it costs a fuck ton of war score, and I took a right proper shit ton of aggressive expansion. So I think we're better off doing it like this. We're going to take Pagan and Chin, which is a tribal province, or a tribal state will be a bit better, you know, pretty nice. We'll get some war operations, and we will not cancel the alliance because we can't afford it, but that's fine. Yeah, I mean, these guys proved themselves completely useless allies. And honestly, I prefer them to be allied with this shit nation instead of someone actually powerful, you know? So we will leave it at that. Probably won't be much too much loot to be gained. We're thankful for their support. A marriage to secure the... no? Yeah, we barely lost any troops. 2,000? Man, that's affordable if I ever saw something. So, yeah, gain territorial core on Pagana. Really? How useful is that? Bloody excellent. What state is this? Same as this thing? Oh, we're definitely going to want to stateify it then. How'd you do that? I really should know how to do that. But I don't remember. I don't know. It should give us the pop-up, shouldn't it? Like, herder, you need state stuff, you know? So we're gonna do it later. Yeah, we have truces with these people, but the Piñata have that as well. Piña, that thing. So we're gonna just meme our way in here and get some claims fabricated. Ah, I lost a diplomat as well because my fucking court stopped being awesome. Could have sworn I checked that correctly and it said that it was gaining, but it's still going down. I don't know. I'm gonna wait a little bit longer. I'm gonna see if it, like, you know, at the end of the year, if it changes, because I have been upping the yearly funding a bit. I'm not doing much with education right now. I guess we should check it to see if that has changed much as well. Still says it's gaining because of the church contribution. We have quite a bit of church influence in our nation. Yeah, we're Theravada Buddhist, by the way, for those who don't know. A pretty good religion, actually, because it gives you missionary strength, mercenary cost, useless actually, but prestige, pretty nice. Tolerance, and years of separatism, which is lame, but once again, once those 5 years are done, it's, you know, I would go as far as to say that's worth it. Chin, oh really, Chin is the wrong religion, is it? Adi, yes, gonna have to swoop in here and convert this shit. I think I'm gonna try anyways to have a religious unified nation, because the majority of stuff in this place is Theravada. Eventually, a long-term goal is to swoop down into Indonesia and create some sort of semi-colonial empire to funnel trade up into our node. But for now, that's not super relevant. Let's do a 10th to the treasury. This is not that much money, and I would rather have my my states be happy. They only gave me 1 troop, but that was a nice little trooper, so, you know, he did his job. I think, should there be like an event telling me that the estates, like, what they think about this war? Yeah, they're currently losing a lot of wealth because they don't have a lot of income. That seems to be a trend. Like, your tribal estates start out with a lot more money than they will generally have throughout the game, unless you loot a lot. That's what I remember from that dev diaries, that you can I guess you can read this if you want to learn. Essentially, like, they primarily gain wealth through looting and shit like that, and that's the thing that directly determines the host. I think, like, the troops of the other estates, like the nobles, that's based on their actual income, I think, while the tribal host is based upon the current wealth of the estate. I think. I actually forget. But hey, got ourselves some new provinces. Our borders are fucking ugly, but they're all on this nice side of the mountains though. So, hey, Bengal, my man. Oh man, oh man, oh man, an alliance with Bengal. Now that would be the shit that I would desire. Can we marry you? Is that a thing? No, they're Muslims. I mean, I knew that, but I don't know. They're pretty tolerant, aren't they? Reasonably tolerant for Muslims anyways. So, maybe we need to invade Mr. Maraku, conquer some coast here. Get ourselves a border with the Bengalis. Unless they have claims on some of this, which I presume they have to some extent. No, they don't actually. That tastes like spicy stuff. Our truce lasts infinitely long though. But it doesn't hurt to have a claim lying around, you know? It does not hurt. Anyways, though, I think we're gonna put an end to this episode right here.